The following podcast is brought to you by the Johners Podcasting Network, found exclusively at WrestlingWithJohners.com.
All right, everybody, welcome to another edition of the Chop Shop, brought to you by Bucklebomb Entertainment. I'm your host, Orlando, and I am joined by Seven. How are you doing this evening, Seven?
You know, I'm doing pretty good. I'm a little tired after today, but I just watched Raw and I got my Capri Sun, sipping on that. So what could I ask for? Anything more?
The Capri Sun reminds me of my childhood.
Yeah, and I always drink two of them because I'm like, who's really gonna take me? Come on.
Right, exactly. But I think which call it? I don't like the cherry one. I like the fruit punch, and then there's I forgot what was the other flavor.
Yeah, they only had the fruit punch one, and I usually get the fruit punch, but I never had their wild cherry waterfall, and I was like, I like waterfalls, and then now I'm like, I wish I would have gotten the other one.
Yeah. I'm not a big fan of the cherry. No, we got our first comment, which is Caleb. Welcome, Caleb. What's up, everybody? He says, what's up to you too, Caleb? Thank you for joining us.
Hi, Caleb. Right. Did you watch tonight?
Yes. Let us know how you feel. All right. We're just gonna go into some different type of direction. So, Raw was okay. It's just, it was a lot more set up for, of course, the coming up pay-per-view, which is Crown Jewel, which is in 2 weeks. I can't believe that. But before we do get into that, because since Crown Jewel is coming up in 2 weeks, next week is NXT's Halloween Havoc, and then, of course, Survivor Series at the end of November. After that, there's no more premium live events until Royal Rumble at the end of January. They just announced that Day One got canceled due to the fact of, probably poor ticket sales and also other events that were happening, So what do you say about this, first and foremost, this news about the change in pay-per-view for 2023?
I'm okay with it because, there's nobody says that you have to have 12 pay-per-views every year, right? I mean, if you count the Saudi shows, it's not... Well, let's actually back up to the Saudi shows. Kenny, one of our Bucklebomb members, actually pointed something out, stating that something about Biden possibly war because there may be sanctions coming. Look,
so basically political stuff, folks. So political stuff. So
also, to be fair, I watch CNN at work all day, so I'm all in between. Anyways, that's not even the point.
Yeah, that's not even the point.
So, will we even get a Saudi show? That would be the first question. The second part of it is, there's more than 12 pay-per-views or premium events in a year. Mm-hmm. Even more so if you count the NXT ones. I'm okay with it. I don't feel like there needs to be, a pay-per-view or a premium event every month. Because, look at Extreme Rules. It used to be a secondary pay-per-view or a premium event. It was probably one of the better ones of the year. So as long as they keep providing each premium event top shelf, I don't really care how many you have.
Right. And also, just so you know, it also depends on their Peacock deal, because maybe their Peacock deal, they have to do a pay-per-view every month, and I mean, that's depending on there. And also the Saudi shows is here to stay until 2027. That's the new rule, so they can't really back out of that. depending on political stuff. I mean, we're not going to get into politics, but I'm just saying, like, a lot of things could happen. But it does open the door though, because Triple H, he is a wrestler guy, and he likes going back into the day. So how about name pay-per-views, premium live events? I mean, he did bring back for NXT, Halloween Havoc, War Games. He created the New Year's Evil. So I mean, there could be a chance that 2023 we may see a little shuffle, and like some gimmick pay-per-views are going to now change it to maybe regular type of premium events.
Okay, I hate gimmick pay-per-views. It defeats the purpose. Like, I understand Extreme Rules. By the way, I don't consider Royal Rumble a gimmick pay-per-view. That's
no,
like WrestleMania.
Of course.
But things like Hell in a Cell, no, that should be given in any match. Like, I would love to see a Hell in a Cell match in WrestleMania against Bianca Belair and Bayley. You shouldn't have to have a TLC match and just have tables, ladders, and chairs. Like, it kind of defeats the purpose. It deflates the match and almost cheapens it almost. Mm-hmm. So I would get rid of the gimmick matches and bring back like pay-per-views like Bad Blood, things that I grew up on, Unforgiven, Fastlane, whatever. There's so many options.
Great Balls of Fire. We need a second premium live event for that one. King of the Ring, maybe. I don't know if they want to change it because now they have Queen's Crown. I don't know if they want to do that. Evolution 2. WWE, we need an Evolution 2, please. All the wrestling women wrestling fans want that. I mean, like, there's like a lot of options. I know, like, Triple H, well, let's first and foremost say, let's get, hopefully Triple H as well. He just got COVID. It's not over, guys. Please remember to get your vaccinations, wear your mask in certain places, so anyways, but yeah, for Triple H, like, he is kind of like a wrestler's wrestler, so I think he wants to go back to the days where they did name, the pay-per-views certain things, so, and then of course, if a match deserves a gimmick, then it makes sense, like all the Extreme Rules matches, like all the matches in Extreme Rules, they kind of made sense with all their stipulations that they had. So, we shall see. We shall see what happens in coming 2023. Okay, so we got some comments here. Caleb said yes, so that means he did enjoy Raw. And he asked, what time is NXT tomorrow night? Yes, tomorrow night is still at 8 p.m. We're back to NXT versus AEW tomorrow, folks. So,
or 5 p.m. Bella Standard Time, which is Pacific time.
Yeah. If everybody wants to know what Bella Standard Time is Pacific time frame for our very own 7. Anyways, so speaking of Crown Jewel, they just did announce a few matches. Of course, the main event will be Roman Reigns versus Logan Paul. Now we have the Judgment Day versus the OC, which I have to say, because Fightful just reported that the OC, the Good Brothers signed with WWE, but they have a verbal agreement with New Japan. And Carl Anderson is a champion for New Japan. And one of their events is happening almost the same day as Crown Jewel. So,
I think somebody will probably have to buckle. I think that New Japan will have to take the L on that and just have that match at a later date. Or who knows?
Yeah. They haven't invented those type of planes that go really fast yet, have they?
Yeah. At least not for the public.
Yeah, exactly, not yet. I mean, you never know. I mean, WWE, what happened? What's happening in your neighborhood?
I heard like banging, but like more like a boom, not like bombs, but like a boom. Well, no dogs barking. Okay. I don't live in a bad
There's
neighborhood.
an event in your area.
Just FYI, I don't live in a bad neighborhood. It's just sometimes whenever I'm on here, like, shit goes wacky.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Caleb brings up a good point. He says he thinks that he's going to drop the championship before Crown Jewel. Ooh. I mean, but the agreement that they have, the verbal agreement is until January. So he could hold it. I mean, he's not taking it to WWE. I'm not. I mean, I don't know why he doesn't want to take it to WWE. I mean, Triple H would have loved to like at least have the title being shown on their networks. I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, yeah. Look. I mean, look. I have a feeling like look. Carl Anderson said on Twitter he wants those 2 pools for his household because he has like what, like 8 kids now. I don't know how many kids he got right now.
So. Is he still married?
I think so. I don't know.
The only reason I say that is because like when he got released, there was this like
big old drama
on Twitter where he supposedly cheated on her. And
yeah, exactly. So I don't know. So he had like what, like 5 boys. I don't know. Like, anyways, but we're not getting into that. Okay, that but he did say he wanted the 2 pools. So of course, if you work the Saudi shows, you get a good paycheck. So I mean, you never know. So
are there any girls scheduled for Saudi?
Not yet. They're probably going to announce them. I don't know who's going to be the women's match. It could be maybe Bailey and Bianca. I wouldn't be surprised if maybe they'll do Liv and Ronda one more time.
Ooh, you know what would be cool? The first time ever would be the women's tag team
champions. Yeah, that's true. I mean, they could do that. So I mean, like I don't think they'll have an issue with that. That would be smart of them to do. I mean, we'll see. I mean, they still have like 2 weeks, and I have a feeling that they also have to build for Survivor Series, which is War Games, so they have to start building for that. So we shall see.
I'm excited.
Yes, yes, and of course the next match that they set up, which is Bobby Lashley versus Brock Lesnar. They got into a big old brawl on Raw. I'm excited for this. I'm still nervous for Lashley taking those suplexes. I thought maybe he'll take some practice suplexes, but maybe it's just Brock's strength he doesn't really know. So I don't know. What say you about this match being set up for Crown Jewel?
I don't know. I am okay with it. Well, okay. First off, I love Country Brock. I think he's hilarious. Bobby Lashley is somebody, just as a fan, I've never been like a huge fan of.
Mm-hmm.
His style is just not what I get entertained by, but I think he's extremely talented. So, but even though, just speaking as a fan, like I'm a little like, meh, it's fine.
Yeah,
whatever it is, it's gonna be. But I think that I'm hoping for the best. I think it could have potential of being a hell of a match.
Right. Oh, Kayla brings up Monster Mayhem match. I mean, speaking of Monster Mayhem match, there is a potential another match for Crown Jewel, which will be Omos versus Braun Strowman. Because, of course, Omos showed up last Friday on SmackDown. And then, of course, on Raw tonight, they had a little promo saying that they want Braun's attention. So, I mean, I think this will help maybe Omos, hopefully, because he needs to work with somebody that's probably around his size just to see if he can hang. So, we shall see.
I agree.
Yeah. Yes. And also probably a potential Crown Jewel match, I think, will probably be Seth Rollins versus Mustafa Ali. During Raw, they were being set up. Of course, Seth Rollins was doing his promo, getting himself ready, and then, of course, Mustafa Ali came out and interrupted him, so it seemed like the next feud would be him. What say you? How do you feel?
Look, I don't care what Seth Rollins does. He is a wrestling god to me. Okay. Then you have Ali, who's also a wrestling god in his own right. Put them in a match. I don't care where it is, what they have to do. Just let them go. Give them a time limit. Let them go and let the fans just win. No matter who wins that match, the fans are going to win.
Exactly. And I have the feeling that that's going to probably be the match of the night. That's going to be, if they have a match together, I give them like maybe 2 or 3 matches together because I have a feeling that those two will probably work really well. And I think Mustafa's itching for the opportunity to at least show what he can do. So,
because I still feel like Ali hasn't been able to show like main audiences what he's capable of yet.
That's true. You know, I mean, he was supposed to have this like new gimmick, but then he had a falling out with Vince McMahon. You know, then he went home. They sent him home, and then they didn't use him for several months. He came back. I think he was like ready to have his contract expire, but then of course Triple H took over, and then it kind of gave him a little bit of more rejuvenation. He's being used a little bit more, so we'll see what happens. I mean, he closed out the show for tonight on Raw.
Same thing with Ricochet. Ricochet was one of the other ones that were kind of like fucking amazing talent, but just they didn't know how to use them, which is really weird to me. Like, how do you like? They're not boring people. Like, they have charisma. So how the hell does the creative team or whoever at that time, Vince, whoever, I don't care, how the fuck do you not know how to use them?
It's simple. It's just like, it's just simple. It's like, it's either they like you, they want to see if you fail on giving you something stupid, if you can make some magic out of something, like, take this shit into making a diamond in a way, because that's how they are. Like, that's what I've noticed with a lot of people. Like, with Riddle, like, of course they gave him a stupid gimmick. Like, of course, like the pothead, which, he doesn't mind being, so, but I mean, he got over. I mean, he, like, they put him together with Randy, and then they got over as a tag team, which is,
To be fair, though, I don't think Riddle's so much a gimmick as much as he's just living his life.
That's true. That's true. But oh yeah, speaking of Riddle and such, like Caleb brought up, he says, "I'm feeling about the end of feud with Riddle." Yes. So basically, the main event was Seth freaking Rollins versus Matt Riddle for the U.S. title. Elias was out there, of course, because he got interrupted twice. So. He can never finish a damn set.
That's his whole gimmick.
Exactly. Oh, okay. So I thought he was going to be a heel to Riddle because Riddle was doing it first. But it seemed like he's kind of a face still because he was attacking Rollins throughout the whole match. And of course the distraction helped him beat Riddle. And then, of course, Seth Rollins took out Elias. So, I mean, there's a feud right there in the future for Seth Rollins and Elias. So we'll see. So,
I'm really sad to hear about his younger brother's career ending, though.
I know, right? He was just getting started,
I know. It always happens that way.
Yes. Oh, wait. Caleb has a question for us. Who's ready to walk with Elias?
No, I don't have a question. Sure, I'll walk the line.
Listen. As a man that grows its beard, I understand how much it takes to like grow the beard, and especially like with have your facial hair, it grows really fast. Like mine's takes like at least a week and a half to grow, like fully, So Elias, exactly. So like for Elias, I think like I think he was probably happy now where like actually having a beard instead of wearing those fake ones. Anyways, but good to see Elias back. I'm happy that Seth Rollins is a champion. I'm excited for the next couple of feuds. I could see him versus, of course, next up will be Mustafa Ali. Of course, him versus Elias, probably another premium live event. I'm hoping for him versus Johnny Gargano. That will probably be a good match.
I could see that. I think that we also may get The Miz and Johnny Gargano, which I'm also actually excited to see.
Yeah. And you know what? I like the fact that, of course, Johnny Gargano knows his son-in-law because, of course, Dexter Lumis is kind of his son-in-law. So, and of course, he's kind of telling The Miz, like, just tell the truth. And, of course, The Miz doesn't want to tell the truth, which I want to know what's the truth. What do you think the truth is? Huh? Between The Miz,
because Johnny was like, "Hey, what's the worst that could happen? You're gonna lose your house, your wife. Is there an affair that happened? Was he in love with Indy Hartwell? I don't know.
Or maybe he stole from Dexter Lumis and he wants it back. Like he said that you're about to lose your house. I mean that sounds like somebody that did a crime that could lose everything.
So many
And
options. It'll
look,
be something silly to watch.
Shawn Michaels said last week that Dexter Loomis does not target somebody unless it's a reason. So there has to be a reason. I hope it's a good reason, because if it's like a dumb reason, then it's pointless. you know? Yes. Of course, the OC had their return match on Raw. They faced Alpha Academy. Let's give it up to Alpha Academy. They've been on TV for several months now. Like, imagine like if it was the Vince McMahon regime, they probably would have used them once and then that's it, or they would have probably been doing a lot of like promos. I think like Chad Gable, he's just good. Like he gets the shush and a thank you,
Chad Gable is amazing with his he's such a good character.
Yes. Listen, I think he's enjoying probably this regime more because now he's being used and he's wrestling. Like, I think this is the most that he's been wrestling since his whole career, I think.
Yeah.
That's sad to say. My God.
That's just how it is sometimes.
That's what it is. Yeah, exactly. But, of course, the OC picked up a win, and Finn is, I don't know what's up with him. He's just trying different type of like gestures and stuff. I don't know what he's trying to do. Like, it's just so weird. Like tonight he was just like, but I did like his facials when, of course, Dominic won between when he won his match against AJ Styles, like he's like, yeah, like he was going all crazy and stuff.
I'm glad you like his facials.
Of course.
I'm sure a lot of people do.
I mean, I have to because, like, of course, his heel self decided to wear pants. I miss.
He knows what he's doing.
Yeah, I know. He knows what he's doing. Okay, so, of course, Caleb says the OC did awesome job. Luke Gallows is big than Gabe. I mean, Luke Gallows is taller than most people. I mean, he's even taller than Damian Priest. Like, I think a few inches. Like, I think he was, like 6'7"? Yeah.
It's so hard to say what their actual height is because WWE tends to lie.
Of course, yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah.
I think he is about 6'7" though.
Yeah. Dominic needs to practice more on his promos. He seems like he memorized that promo that he did on AJ Styles. Like you could just tell that it was like his first acting gig in a way.
I mean, look, Dom.
He's still young. He's still young, he still has some time. I think he just needs more reps. Like we said, like more reps, more, in ring, out of the ring. I think this is a good thing. Like his dad is not with him anymore because now Rey Mysterio's on SmackDown. So now he's by himself, so now he's going to learn from Finn Balor, from Damian Priest, from Rhea Ripley. So
I'm actually going to disagree with you on something. I actually don't think Dominic needs to work on his promos because it makes you almost hate him even more. And I don't know if it's deliberate or not, but just his facial expressions and how pressured his speech is. Like it's almost like his character is meant to be kind of stumbly, like the dork, right? And Rhea's his poppy and. Like it makes sense. Like if he was really good at promos, like Finn or Rhea for that matter, I don't think his character and how he would get over would be as good. So yes, I think that he will probably need to work on his promos once he gets into a different character. But I kind of feel like it works right now.
Right. Yeah. Oh, Caleb saying Judgment Day is one of my favorites. Oh, really? I mean, they're growing on me. I mean, Judgment Day is doing a lot better,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the fans are really booing them, so I mean, that's a good thing. So yeah.
Caleb,
let's go.
Who's your all-time favorite faction?
Yeah, there you go. Give us your all-time favorite faction. Let us know.
And since we're a WWE show, keep it in WWE. Just for now.
Yeah, exactly. Just WWE for right now. You could go from the past. It's fine. Go back to, if you want to go to NXT, that's fine too. Just let us know, Caleb. Okay, so let's go into SmackDown a little bit because I have to say, Rey Mysterio back on SmackDown. Good job. Now there's a lot of people he will be facing. He did win a number one contenders match for the IC title. RIP to Rey's chest when he's going to face Walter.
So the funny thing about that is Ray kind of started off on SmackDown once they officially separated the brands. So to me, I mean, I know this is also a long-term storyline, but I also feel like this is actually Ray's final goal, right? I mean, I don't know how old he is, but I think he's close to 50. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe he is deciding that, okay, it's time. I want to go to SmackDown just one last time. I've spent the last year or 2 years on Raw. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what Ray has in store.
Right. Yes, I mean, I look. There's some new matchups that he could have, like we said, him versus Walter, him versus all of Imperium will be exciting. Him versus Marcel, him versus Giovanni. I'm hoping for a one-on-one with him and Ricochet. I'm hoping for that. You
I
know,
still like how you refuse to call him Ludwig.
no, it's Marcel. Okay. Oh,
That's his real name.
Yeah, I know. Caleb sends he says the Shield.
Oh.
Okay. And Toxic Attraction. Okay.
Caleb.
Hey, leave him be.
I'm
Okay.
kidding.
Look, the longest reigning women's champion. She's about to beat Shayna's reign, so but I don't think she's going to beat Asuka's.
Wait, did she? Oh, I was going to say, did she beat Asuka's?
No. Nobody's beating Asuka's. Come on now. It's almost over 400 days. She's already at 360, I think. So
if Asuka, I think what should happen is Asuka should go to NXT and beat her ass.
Ooh, you know what? I mean, they did say there's reports saying that they're gonna have more Raw and SmackDown talent going to NXT, which that's smart to help some of the younger talent, so that way they can get some TV ready and get some reps in. We just learned that Raquel Rodriguez, excuse me, is going to face Cora Jade, and then tonight we just found out that Rhea agreed with Cora to face Roxanne Perez, so that should be exciting.
I'm also really excited. I just lost my train of thought. Go on, I'll come back to it.
Yeah, can you believe that Roxanne and Rhea are 3 to 4 years apart?
Yeah,
it's just amazing how those two women are just good, and they're so young.
Yeah, I think they're both under 25.
Yeah, I don't know if Rhea just turned 25. I don't know. Anyways, yeah. But anyways, yeah. So I mean, like Roxanne Perez did great on SmackDown. She hung in there with Bayley, with Dakota, with Io. I mean, I was impressed with her. And the WWE execs were very impressed with her. That maybe they want to use her more. So maybe she'll be on SmackDown.
Look, I'm a huge fan of Roxanne back when she was Roxy, from when she was in New Texas to Reality. Then she went to Ring of Honor and became the women's champion over there. She's great. She's the shit.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm happy for her. As by the way, I was sharing with you about the Joey Janela's tweets about him talking about WWE. You think GCW and WWE may have a working relationship?
No. I don't think that they have a working relationship. I think that there's two things that could be happening. I think Joey's very good at trolling fans. I mean, he's quite famous for it.
Oh, of course.
Also, Joey's a super nice guy, but that's neither here nor there. So this is the thing. I think that either the dirt sheets picked up a rumor about AEW doesn't want GCW, or AEW doesn't, or Tony doesn't want AEW talent working for GCW anymore. The dirt sheets picked it up and ran, and all of a sudden, I think that Joey and GCW are definitely trolling him. Or if this is in fact true, where Tony did pull his talent from GCW, I think that Joey and company are definitely trolling AEW. I mean, they're going all in. They're retweeting, and also Brett, the owner of GCW, is legit friends with Stephanie McMahon. Do I see any type of a partnership where we're going to see that? Not necessarily. I think that it will remain like the ECW and
Mhm.
WWE relationship where, you know, they had not necessarily a working relationship, but they were fond of each other. And sometimes they would pull stuff from here and there. And that's okay. I think that wrestling needs that. So,
Right. Exactly. I wouldn't mind it. I mean, like, look, Triple H, he knows what he's doing. I think he wants to have these working relationships. I mean, there's some doors that are kind of cracking open now for WWE, so you never know. We'll see. We shall see. Oh, Caleb brings up Joe Gacy faction versus OC, Corey Jade versus Raquel Gonzalez, and Rhea Ripley versus Prez tomorrow night for NXT. Yes. So, of course, Cameron Grimes was on Raw, and he asked the OC if they could team with him to face, Schism. That's their name. That's the name of the faction, Schism, which is Joe Gacy and Grizzled Young Veterans. I don't know what's their tag name now. Anyways, so of course the OC agreed, and of course Sean Ross Sass from Fightful brought up for the fact that, like, kind of this year alone, in a way, well, yeah, almost this whole year, the Good Brothers have wrestled in New Japan, WWE, AEW, and they're about to make their debut in NXT. So, I mean, that's just an incredible feat. I mean, so.
Yeah, for sure.
And
they're no FTR, but they are a pretty solid tag team.
Right. Yeah, and of course, they try to criticize crypto. I mean, don't knock crypto. You have to just try. I know it has something to do with stocks and bonds and stuff, but I mean that's a good fortune. Like, that's a good, like, kind of career to trying. So we'll see. Oh, look at.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, anyways. Oh, we got a little message here. Look, DNC Grizzle, beautiful boys. Thank you very much.
It's true. It's a Snapchat filter, though. But thank you. That'll be our little secret, and whoever watches.
But, I was just saying, like, crypto is almost like a new investment type of thing for, like, Wall Street. Yeah, anyways, let's not get into finance anyways.
I'm already lost, guys. So
yeah, exactly. Fine. So, anyways, where were we? So, yeah. So, I like the fact that they're actually adding some NXT talent. So, like, I like the mix and match. So it's just like, we're gonna get get some talent from NXT to come to Raw or SmackDown, and then of course vice versa. So, that should be how it should be.
Yeah, and I like that they're not, like, once they go to SmackDown or Raw, they are not stuck on SmackDown. They go back to, like, NXT until they're finally called up. Like, I think that's important for them. Although I do think Roxanne will probably see her sooner than probably most, I think.
Right. Oh, you know what? Thank you very much, Caleb. I forgot. In 2019, the OC did face the Undisputed Era before Survivor Series. I forgot about that. Thank you very much, Caleb. So,
Good memory, Caleb.
Yes, I forgot about that. Oh, DMC Grizzle says, don't give away your secrets. And then, of course, he says, thanks, Doc. Thanks, Doc. Thanks, Doc. Anyways, yes. I have a little complaint. Just a little complaint. There's only one women's match. I think they need to have more women's matches on Raw and SmackDown.
Well, okay, so SmackDown, no. I mean, I'm going to agree with you because I did think of that today. I was like, there's one women's match and there's 3 hours of filming. Surely you could have added another women's match. But I will also say that SmackDown, on the other hand, has 2 hours, had a hell of a banger match main event, which was like 20 minutes long, which is unheard of for SmackDown. But they had 3 feuds going with the women all at once. That's how you should do it.
That's true.
I don't remember who even. Oh, the tag team. Who was it? I don't remember.
Okay.
Oh, Roxanne.
Raquel and Shotzi versus Damage Control. Yes, I remember that. Yes.
That was a good match. And then you had Selena going up against BFAB, who they were throwing major shade on Twitter. I loved it. Selena coming in with the whole, You're not even my tax bracket, girl. I feel that in my soul because I'm not either. And then you had like the backstage with Sonya Deville and Liv Morgan. That was amazing. Like,
that's true.
Look, you only have 2 hours. You crammed it all in, and it worked. And I was super interested in it. So kudos to SmackDown. Raw, do better with your women's division.
Exactly. Like also, let's not forget, Sonya Deville is going to be wrestling in NXT tomorrow night. She's facing Alba Fire. And of course, she's going to face Liv Morgan on SmackDown this coming week. So, so
you have the tag team championships, and you have 2 matches on SmackDown.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, of course, we have a comment here saying Caleb coming out with his amazing memory. Well done, Caleb. Oh, that's sweet. And of course, Caleb saying thank you. You're welcome, Caleb. Of course, you're always one of our number 1 fans here at Bucklebomb. We appreciate you.
Also, I'm going to add that Sonya's going to get her ass kicked by Alba. Let's just say that now.
Which this comment right here is saying like it's going to be a great match between those two.
I don't like that AEW and NXT are going head to head.
I know.
Also, I fear that that they may lose the tag team championships, the women on Sunday or on Friday.
No, I don't think so. No, that's like the Raquel to win the belt again with a different partner. She had like 3 different. No. Yeah, this will be her 3rd different partner.
Yeah.
Oh, of course. Damn it, baseball. Of course, a sports reference. I mean, even though they were
because that's why AEW is switching days.
No. I know that's what I meant. It's just like that's what I meant. It's just like So we'll see what happens. I will see what happens because like Triple H and Shawn Michaels are kind of stacking up NXT to compete with AEW. So we shall see what happens. Oh, Caleb brings up a comment to you. It says 7. You saw Wyatt 6 logo backstage on SmackDown last night. Think Liv Morgan in Wyatt 6. So, of course, there's some people put up on Facebook and on Twitter that when Liv Morgan was climbing the barricades, you can see kind of the Wyatt 6 symbol in the back. It's very faded, but it's right there in the back. There is reports saying that they were planning to bring in a stable for Bray Wyatt. There's going to be like probably a woman, maybe 2 women. We don't know. And of course, Liv Morgan is family with Bray Wyatt because, of course, Liv Morgan is dating Bray Wyatt's brother, Bo Dallas. So, so we shall see what happens.
I hope not. Let me put it that way.
Yeah.
I mean, I love Liv, but I just feel like it will be another Alexa Bliss kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
We've done that. It doesn't work. Yeah. I hope they bring in a new girl or a returning girls. Because if you remember in Extreme Rules, the women's tag team belts, when they appeared with the lady in the garment, there was a tag team, the women's tag team belts behind her. So
there were belts. It was like 2 belts, so we used to see,
Yeah.
So
could it be Sasha and Naomi? Okay. I don't know.
Caleb saying 2 women, Sasha. No, I think Naomi should join the bloodline because, of course, she's married to Jimmy Uso. That would be making more sense. Or, I mean, Team Bad again. I mean, like, Tamina's still there. I mean, like, when Naomi and Sasha do want to come back, have Team Bad reunite and then have Tamina and Naomi win the tag belts for their second chance. And then Sasha, if she wants to get the SmackDown title again, she could get the SmackDown title again.
Unless you're Ronda, then you don't want the women's title attached to it.
I don't think Ronda's going to hold it for that long. I'm thinking either. It regrets me to say this. I don't know if it's depending on where Charlotte's going to be because Charlotte right now she's on vacation with her man. Have you seen the pictures and video? They're like on a boat. They're like on a yacht. Look at them living their best life. Anyways. Exactly. Anyways, it's depending on where Charlotte's going to be. Is she going to be on Raw or is she going to be on SmackDown? So we shall see what happens there. So I think she should go to Raw because she needs to face Bianca. Because They did not give the belt to Bailey, so then that means that it has to be Charlotte. You know,
Well, Bailey could win it on Monday.
yeah. Well, they did set up a next match with Bianca versus Bailey for next week's Raw, so we shall see what happens on that. But also, it's depending on when Charlotte comes back, where she's going to come back. Is it going to be on SmackDown? It's going to be on Raw. I mean, we shall see what happens. You know. Mm-hmm. Oh, we have a comment here. No, keep Charlotte away from the title. LOL, sorry, but my God, I don't want to see another title win with Charlotte.
But when she's the best of the best, why not?
Hey, look. If it gives us her versus Bianca, I'm for that because I think they have some unfinished business, and I think they can have a banger of a match. You know, so we shall see what happens. Mm-hmm. Let's see, and also like Becky Lynch is kind of cleared, so it's depending on when they want to bring her back. So, you know, and also Sasha and Naomi waiting in the wings. You know, they're saying like Triple H said in an interview with Sasha, it's like there's like a communication issue there. He's probably going to fix that. And you know, Sasha and Naomi, they're living their best life right now. They're right now going to different places. They're in LA, they're in New York, they're in Fashion Week, they're going to premieres, living the movie star lifestyle. You know, I want that lifestyle.
I say this all the time. Like, if you aren't happy with where your position, then don't be there.
I mean,
you can only control that. So if Sasha and Naomi are living their best life and don't want to come back, then I think that fans should be okay with that. I think a lot of fans are not okay with that right now.
Yeah. I mean, and also Sasha put it on her Insta story, her versus Kairi Sane at Stardom. I mean,
that was for the New Japan women's belt that's being created. It's saying that they're already in the finals, so you know it's not legit. Yeah. But we all know that Sasha is a huge fan of Japan wrestling, especially New Japan's, or I'm sorry, Stardom. So we may see her eventually if she decides to go back to wrestling.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, we shall see what happens. All right, I think we covered a lot of things here. Oh wait, let's cover the Bray Wyatt promo that he had on SmackDown. I felt like that was like his kind of like apology / emotional vulnerability that he wanted to show. Like, you know, because like he felt like just like, you know, distraught, destroyed in a way after like his latest creation, which was probably the Fiend and the Firefly Funhouse. He felt like it failed in a way. So I think he was like, you know, he didn't feel like he was fulfilled from that, because that's what I felt when he was like saying, you know, like he's like, I didn't know if I was doing everything right, you know, and then like he was very emotional, you know. I just felt like, you know, like this Bray I was really enjoying. And then they went black, and then of course like his masked, like I don't know what he's going to be calling himself with that, going to be coming out. So seems it's going to be more psychological than kind of like the magic kind of stuff. So what did it say you? What say you, Seven? How did you feel?
I thought it was a little weird, to be honest with you. Like I mean, it was super creative, but I was just like, I don't get what's happening here. Sorry, I just saw Caleb's comment. I wouldn't hate that, depending on who the Wyatt Six are. I am just hoping very deeply that we get Vincent.
I mean, there was reports that Vincent and who was the other guy? I forgot. Dutch. I'm sorry, Vincent and Dutch were backstage on Raw last week. So I don't know if they were having discussions about maybe signing with WWE. They could go to NXT if they wanted to and debut there. I mean, so it's interesting just to see like what they decide to do. So, you know,
I don't think anything's going to come of it, just because I know that Vincent just got booked for a booking in December.
Yeah. So. But, you know, WWE will have them honor that. So, I mean, he could just be on television for several weeks and then, you know, I mean, like, they're not very petty when it comes to that. They want the talent that they sign to fulfill their obligations, and then once they're done, they're fully committed to WWE. So we shall see. But also, you know, you never know. Maybe it's not a faction. Maybe it's about his different personalities. Like I saw somebody on Twitter saying, like, we're just getting to full circle to his last personality, which is going to be the psychological kind of character. So we shall see.
We shall see.
Yes. Alrighty. Anything else you want to bring up, Seven?
No, I'm just really excited that we're getting so many women's matches in the next couple of days with NXT having, I think, 2 or 3. We also have 2 on SmackDown. It'll be pretty good. Like we're definitely, and one of my biggest complaints of the E was before H took over was they are kind of letting the women's division go, but I'm glad to see it step back up.
Exactly. So, alrighty, everybody. Thank you very much who tuned in and watch us. Don't forget you can listen to us on all podcast form. If you want to rewatch this, it will be back online on YouTube. We do have a Twitch. Please follow us on Twitch. We do have a Patreon. Don't forget and subscribe and support us in that section. We do have our website. We're just trying to do more stuff on the website soon, guys. So keep in tune with that. Also, go ahead and like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. Yes.
Are you guys doing an AEW show tomorrow?
I'm going to discuss that with Sarah. We shall see. I don't know, like either tomorrow or Wednesday. I think maybe Wednesday, since there's no wrestling. Maybe we could do it like.
That makes sense. Because I don't even think I'm going to be able to watch tomorrow just because I have a work stupid. I'm thinking of calling in sick, but I don't. It make me look bad, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how this plays out.
Yes, exactly. Well, we shall see how it goes with the ratings wars that's going to happen tomorrow night. So please let us know how you guys feel in the comments below. All right. Thank you very much, everybody, for joining. Until next time. Bye, everybody.
Toodaloos.